when people think of really central Florida, you think of Orlando, Disney area. But when you get off that beaten path and come in there, what real central Florida, like what him and I grew up in, and we hunted in, it's that majestic type of environment.
So what's Immokalee like?
You survive, you eat, it's pretty good and all.
You don't see shit everywhere else that you see in Florida. Shout out Florida!
Used to be full. Guys used to come and work and keep the place going good. We had a good revenue, but Trump's in office now. He's sending all the good workers back.
Florida right in this area and start seeing all these areas that have these bigger cattle operations.
Have you seen ICE come through here? Have they deported some of the workers?
When you think of Florida, you probably think of Orlando or Miami or beach town like this. But most of the state doesn't look like that. Instead, it looks like this. This was the side of Florida we wanted to explore on our recent trip. This is Old Florida, Poor Florida, and Forgotten Florida. A Florida that is fading before our very eyes as its orange groves die, ranches shrink, and retirees move in. A Florida you never see until now. Our journey started in Orlando. After we left the airport and drove south past the urban sprawl, we noticed the scenery start to change. I think we're in the hilliest part of the state of Florida right now. The highest point in the entire state is only 345 feet. It's the lowest high point of any state in the country. This does not look like Florida over here. It was out here that you started to understand why Florida's license plate has 2 oranges on it. Orange groves were everywhere. Everywhere you look here, it is all orange groves. But lately, Florida's citrus industry has been in crisis.
A tiny insect is crushing Florida's $10 billion citrus industry into pulp.
Because of this bug from China, which carries the tree disease known as greening. The infected trees produce oranges that are much smaller. They're also misshapen and they fall from the tree prematurely.
That video was from 8 years ago and it's only gotten worse since. Annual orange production has fallen from 150 million boxes in the early 2000s to just 12 million last year.
Florida's citrus production has dropped to its lowest point in more than a century.
That's affected towns like Frostproof. Frostproof is a citrus town that got its name in the late 19th century as a marketing ploy to tell citrus farmers that its crops won't freeze.
What's the economy like here?
Of course, the orange grows.
We have a juice factory over here.
Already, this part of Florida felt different. It had a nice small town and even southern feel to it.
Have you been here a while?
27 years.
What brought you here?
Friends invited us down to Frostproof and we bought a house that week.
I'm retired fire EMS. Moved down here because life is short.
It's family oriented, very friendly. Everybody knows everybody. Yeah. Frostproof cares.
We kept going south where we passed more and more groves and ended up in the town of Sebring.
15 years ago, all these buildings were empty. Now it's really a bit of a resurgence. Houses are here astronomical now. My house is maybe 5 times what I paid for in 15 years. 6 years ago, Sebring was one of the poorest cities in the United States. Poorest cities. How do they come up with that designation? Income.
Not retiree wealth.
We have so many people, they don't count that income because they're snowbirds, and so it looks bad on paper. You know, there are a lot of local folks who grew up here. They resent a bit. People from the north came down here and ruined their little area. But,
what do you think of that critique?
Well, it's just what growth is.
And then we saw the other side of Sebring.
There's no social life. Everybody's just stuck to themselves. It's weird. It's like a clannish area, you know?
Really?
Yeah, it kind of is. Not like Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. Not with the K, yeah.
I think people they're too ready to shoot you over some shit out here nowadays. I'm over that.
You don't see shit everywhere else that you see in Florida. Like me, my sister's driving the bike, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was up to 45.
I was working at Wendy's and I lost my job. I didn't want to just wait around to find another one because in Florida it's very, very hard. It's no job, so I end up moving over here. I'm not even gonna lie, I just got hit by a car 2 months ago. My arm don't go past this.
What the?
Trump is all I gotta say. I love Trump. Shout out to Florida, man. Hey, shout out Florida.
It was in Sebring that we learned something about Florida. It truly is a transplant state.
I'm from Las Vegas.
I'm from Indiana.
I moved down here after spending most of my life in Maine.
Came down here from Michigan.
Especially in this area, whereas Pennsylvania and other states grew generations ago with immigrant waves from Europe, Florida's grown mainly from interstate relocation over the last 70 years. In 1940, Florida was the 27th most populous state, smaller than West Virginia and Kentucky. But today, it's the 3rd largest. South of Sebring, things really started to change. The topography and the people and the poverty. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe. We travel the country and world to capture reality without bias or fear. If you support that mission and want to help us grow, please hit subscribe. Now back to Florida. We were now in the poorest part of the state, and our first stop was in Florida's Poorest County, Glades County. Over half the homes in Glades County are trailers or manufactured homes. This neighborhood here is like the nice trailer park in Moorhaven, and the trailers go for about $100K. They're very nice homes, super nice neighborhood, great landscaping right by a canal. It's kind of cool to see the range though. Trailers isn't just one thing. These are nice ass trailers here. The median household income in the county is just $37,000 and it's 70% white. Even in its biggest town, Moorhaven, there isn't a grocery store.
We're the central hub of Glades County. We got about 10% of the population of the county right here. We don't even have a grocery store.
What do people do for work out here? Is it like agricultural?
It's primarily based around the sugar plant down in Hilliest. It's not a place to come to work.
Do you like the neighbors? Do you know the neighbors?
We have very few though.
Yeah.
I got one girl over on this side. A lot of people aren't here year round, but a lot of people have just died off and their heirs inherited the place.
Do you live on this boat?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Came up for hurricane season, and the one thing we like about Moorhaven is that it's Moorhaven quiet, Moorhaven safe.
It's like a small, quiet little town. Ain't too much going on.
Where were you before that?
Oh, I was in prison.
Oh wow.
I just got out of prison.
Well, congratulations. What were you in prison for, if we may ask?
For doing something I ain't do.
Yeah. Were you in Florida before that?
Yeah, I'm from Clueston, but I had got out of prison and just moved out here.
Why'd you come here?
Because these people let me stay here.
Do you like it here in Moorhaven?
Well, it's all right, but it ain't too much to do. But it's a nice little quiet spot. Yeah, people around here nice, friendly. Everybody seeming like they stay to their stuff.
At the gas station, we met a man who's seen Moorhaven evolve over the years, and he offered some fascinating perspective.
Back in the 1920s, we had 2 big hurricanes come through and do a lot of devastation and hurt Moorhaven pretty bad. But if it would have stayed the route, if the hurricanes wouldn't have happened, all that disaster, we were in line to be bigger than Miami right now.
No way.
Yeah, we had the first movie theater. We had a bunch of first everything right here in Moorhaven. But with the back-to-back hurricanes that killed a lot of people, that put a damper and said, "Yeah, we don't want to build here."
But what is Moorhaven like for someone who's never been out here?
A small town that provides. Exactly right.
You got the right guy. Seems like everyone kind of knows each other around here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's you have that small town feel here. Everybody knows each other, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah. There just needs to be some growth. There's no growth here. Growth that we need is controlled growth. We don't need that outrageous, like you see on the coast or whatever, all these developers that come in and just take over everything. We need the growth that are going to help the people of Moorhaven still sustain that, try to that small town feeling that you get, that you can't get anywhere else if you go to the coast or these big cities right now. Your major industries here are sugarcane and cattle. So I grow sugarcane. I manage a farm for a farmer. And the thing about it, they're in cane too. They're in cane and cattle. Yeah. So and that's the biggest thing. And then a lot of people around the U.S. didn't know that Florida at one time was the #1 cattle operation state in the U.S. Yeah, we were bigger than Texas or anybody else. And so we're still really dominant. You got to get them off the coast. You got to come through the Central Florida right in this area and start seeing all these areas that have these bigger cattle operations.
After Moorhaven, we drove further south into the Everglades. At this point, the terrain looked completely different. One slept on thing about Florida is how many cattle there are here. Everywhere you go, you're seeing cow after cow after cow. We kept driving all the way to our final stop of Immokalee, Florida. Immokalee is the state's poorest town with a per capita income of $17,000. And a town that ICE has frequented lately.
Breaking news tonight at 6. Agents in unmarked trucks spotted in Immokalee arresting more people they say are undocumented immigrants. Now people are driving around the town warning others about the arrests.
What should people know who've never been to Immokalee? What should they know about it?
It's a good place. It's not a bad place.
Have you seen or heard about the ICE raids? How have they changed things?
They've been, they've been here in Immokalee and all that. They're only getting the people that got charges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The town is 75% Hispanic and 20% black. Most is foreign born.
I'm from Haiti.
Is this a Haitian neighborhood?
Mexican, Haitian, Dominican, always so many people from todos.
Yes. Right now we're in one of the Haitian neighborhoods. So we're checking it out. So you can see the apartments here are very small. Each of these doors is a unit.
We could tell the town was on edge when we visited.
I picked the berry. You expect me to bring that back in your truck? Where you going with it, man? Yeah. That's abuse.
So what's Immokalee like?
You survive, you eat, it's pretty good and all. Doesn't matter what exactly happened. It's like about the ice and stuff that I heard about the port. But some is good, some is not. Too much discrimination.
You gotta filter out the bad and the good. I understand that. But you taking all of them.
Yeah.
Can't take the good
Are
ones.
people scared right now in Immokalee?
Exactly. Yeah.
We've noticed people are not down for interviews here. Most places you go.
No, because of what? Yeah.
Have you seen ICE come through here? Have they deported some of the workers?
Yeah. You was the other day. You was right over there. What about the church?
Are people scared in the town now because of ICE?
They do. They really do.
Most of them people.
If you don't have no kind of paper.
Abuse. Discrimination.
Yeah.
That's United States and Florida. It's a war in life. Don't use people like that. Hire a cop, try to abuse me, take it, and you put it in your truck, go sell it. That's a dead ass wrong. I ain't gonna say a word. I keep that to my heart. One thing I say, God.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
I just get up, go to work, and pay my bills, feed my kids, and
you what?
I just live average. I try not to stay on politics or in that.
Yeah.
I just
try to enjoy life.
Let go and let God.
Yeah.
Vengeance is His.
Yeah.
So I just, if something bad happens, of course you pray for the person. You keep on, keep it hot. Cause nothing you can do. It's in God's hands, and we got to trust and believe.
Yeah.
And if you're asking Him something and He's not doing that yet, it's not time.
Smoke good. Y'all smoke?
I'm not big into it. Are you?
I smoke a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah. How long you've lived in Immokalee?
Who, me?
Yeah.
24 years. Yeah, it's changed a lot. Used to be full. Guys used to come and work and keep the place going good. We had a good revenue, but Trump's in office now. He's sending all the good workers back.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's take care of America, guys. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But listen.
Yeah.
To a point, they were taking care of America.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, like doing the work.
You gotta filter out the bad and the good. I understand that. But you taking all of them. But listen, I worked the fields my whole life, so.
Really?
Oh yeah, my mom was a farmer, so. I mean, I worked the fields a lot.
Immokalee is Florida's tomato capital.
Hot, humid, and home to thousands of migrant workers, Immokalee is the epicenter of tomato production in the United States. Florida produces 90% of the country's winter tomatoes.
Workers, however, get only 50 cents for every 32-pound bucket of tomatoes they pick. What crops did you pick?
Oh, I've picked jalapenos, mainly tomatoes and watermelons.
Tomatoes are the big one around here, right?
Watermelons for me was the big one.
Really?
Yeah, used to be.
Yeah.
Not no more. Gone.
Tomatoes are the
Man,
big
the
one?
workers used to come in and listen. Back then, it was your black people. They would work them fields hard, honestly, to a point migrants did kind of knock it out because, but they're trying to take care of their home too.
Yeah.
Their people too. It ain't no right or wrong in this. There's positive and negative and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Amen.
I really,
Amen.
Right there.
Yeah. We ended our time in Immokalee with a conversation with one of the kids of a Mexican immigrant who used to work in the fields.
I was born and raised here. Actually, right across here, these apartments, I actually grew up there.
No way.
So, I didn't live there, but my dad owns it. So
no way.
Yeah, he didn't always own it. He worked in the fields since I was like 2 all the way to 7 years old. He met a nice gentleman who saw a vision in him. Since he's a very hard worker, he works almost every day. My brother gets that from him. All they do is work. I work here because I'm not really a hard worker, but you know, I'm just here. Yeah, the man who saw a vision in him, his name was Tracy.
Yeah.
He owned that building. He owned the house we live in, and he just handed it down to him because he saw that he could actually take care of the stuff. And you know, he would mow the lawn, keep the lawn clean.
Yeah.
He would always take the trash out when it needed to be out.
Right now, with like the ICE stuff going on, are people scared? Like, how have there been raids here?
Yeah, there has. I actually seen it myself. There's a budget inn. There's like a little motel over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like 2 Haitians and 1 Mexican. One was begging to help for me to help them, so they wouldn't get taken, but couldn't do nothing. You know, all I could do there is just.
Did the ICE people have masks on?
Yeah, straight ski masks.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really see their faces. There has been protests going around on the Market Road, but. You know, I haven't really had the chance to participate. I am trying to. So
what's your message to those who say, if you came here illegally, it doesn't matter if you're a good person, you should get deported?
See, yeah, I disagree with that. I feel like, well, I mean, if you're a good person from your soul, your heart, you should be given a chance, you know? And I don't think it's fair that they're not really giving those type of chances out there.
Yeah.
Especially since I do feel like a lot of these parents are hard workers and they do it solely for their kids. I have 2 older sisters, 1 older brother. So I do have more siblings, but they're in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm not really connected to them as much.
Yeah. Are they trying to come to the U.S.? Or?
No, at this point they're not. And my dad has already told them they're better off there because if they come here, they're just gonna get stripped of all they have, you know. We're hoping when it dials down, maybe they can. She's not family, but we do have someone who is related to my sister. And she did get deported, sadly.
What is the vibe like? Do the Hispanics kind of keep to themselves? The blacks kind of keep to themselves?
Yeah, it kind of does work like that, but often you see them like come together. Like a lot of the times when me and my dad spot like some people with their car broken down on the side of the road, we'll stop, help them out, see what they need. If they need anything, if they need a ride back home or something. But a lot of times we keep to ourselves. It's not really. A lot of the Mexican dads that I see out here, they work in the fields and they just put all their money into their kids so they can study and, you know, do better, such as how my dad put his money towards us. I just hope to continue what my dad's been working on. So, you know, if he were to pass away, I want to continue the work he's been doing, you know. I don't want to just drop in, act like it was nothing. If he were to pass today, I would work my ass off to keep everything that he's doing alive.
We left Immokalee and drove deeper into the Everglades, and that is where we will go for our next video from Florida on the most remote town in the state. If you want to see that video, make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.